Okay, welcome to this episode. Whatever number it is, yeah, we're back to not knowing what numbers episodes are. We were going to sort our inventories. I'm going to go through some of these books and read them, because then I can get rid of them, or learn from them whatever it is that we can learn from them. Okay, roll call of fallen seekers. May their names be hallowed in the halls of echoes, long after our memory of them has faded on this earthly plane. The Elder Spy, Korg, Cosmin Sufaru, Baron Judas, Moch, Stormwarden Wind, Hiker,
Klingon.
Anu Blake, Anya, and Wisdom. May they yet find what they seek. I don't think they sought death, so they weren't very good seekers. Claws of Deceit. Since I was a young girl... Since I was a young girl... No.
What an interesting reveal.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, I was gonna...
have another book.
I was gonna come out of the closet, or the... I don't know what... You know what, let's just read it. Since I was a young girl, my mother always used the name of the lone wolves to strike fear into my heart. Meditate, don't be late. When hoots the owl, the wolves will prowl. Fair enough.
Okay.
Terrifying children since 1872 or something, or I don't know. Where other children from the upper parts of Arcs played Magisters versus Black Ring in our lowly district, we only played a game called Contract, each taking turns to be the lone wolf hunting assassination targets. Wow. Little was I to know that years later I'd be plucked from those very streets by their leader, Roost Anlon himself. Oh, I had fallen on hard times then, the hardest. I was but a scullery girl in the chambers of Lord Linda Kem, forever trying to steer clear of his harridan wife, Paulina. Well, I met the handsome Roost, oh so handsome. One night, as I dutifully scurried home from market with the fresh tea leaves Lady Paulina had ordered. Pay no heed to any other rumours you may have heard. It was at the market I met him, and no mistake. He sidled up to me, all bright teeth and cheekbones. By the time I found out that he was the lone wolf, it was too late. He already had keys to Kem's mansion, all the good silverware, and my heart. Now, let me tell you how it all happened. And then someone violently ripped the rest of the pages of this novel. It was like a kind of 50 Shades of Grey Wolf or something. It's I don't know.
Is summoning one of the things that you have?
Yes. What have you got?
They have a ring that gives you a +1 to summoning.
It'll have to be pretty damn good to be worth it. But pass it over. Actually, and I'll read the next thing. Oh, an unreadable book.
There you go.
Let's have a little look. 9 magic armor, +1 summoning.
Trickery did the hammer used to
It's
control
tempting, but I'm going to give it back to you because I think I'm going to stick with the rings that I've got.
Okie doke.
Read the next book. Why the 7 gods exist not now, nor ever have. Gods? Ha! Fairy tales, phantoms, what more? Who could mistake the mysteries of nature for the hand of a ghost? The bounty and beauty of nature, it seems foolish to assign this wonder to some unknown and unknowing entity. Some may request that I cast my mind's gaze not upon the lilies of the field, but on the soul of man and their higher beasts. But this I submit, that I have inspected the inner workings of men and beasts living and dead, and I have found no soul, only squirming red and bleeding purple. There was no god in these private chambers. Wow. He was passionate in his atheism. He may have tortured people alive to find their soul. That is science. The Little Book of Big Poems by Zuzigzollenfolst. Rain and lightning, blood and oil. These are the ingredients of Riverland's most explosive recipes. Consider these combinations when trolls come seeking a holiday feast. Okay, this is... Oh, big booms. Okay. Booms. Whatever. Fire and water for nice sizzling... Oh yeah, we've done this. This is basically mixing the elements.
Ah.
We've kind of gotten the grip of what mixes. Basically, fire mixes with everything and creates doom and blindness.
Fire's fun.
We've got a veritable set of handy recipes now.
Yes. I've got loads of stuff that I can
More
probably
recipes.
use for crafting.
More recipes.
I don't know how you even get to them.
It's the crafting thing. The thing of craftiness.
How crafty.
And then more recipes.
There must be something around
Yeah, I
here.
think it's G. G is the crafting panel. Okay. If I understand this Rager rhyme correctly, these verses seem to claim that you can carve a stunning arrowhead from a tooth. Worth a try, even if it turns out to be gibberish. I'll chip a tooth, I'll cut a molar, I'll tell you I can cut them up if you're the donor. I shape them sharp, I carve them spiky, into an arrowhead that's oh so likely to stun the foe, to shock the rival. They will be flawed so you can run for your survival. It's not very good. But it's a recipe, so I'm happy with that. An whole bunch of papers about grenades. It urges the reader to experiment with unusual suspects, such as glass shards and elemental essences such as fire. Good advice. Wow, we're learning a lot of recipes.
Nothing on any.
A rather strange song.
Maybe there's something below deck.
And it crawls with magic so that we feel like we know something afterwards. In the isle of the dead, before they rise, you'll hear no farewells, no goodbyes, for it is only a matter of time before they're summoned back to life by the magical powers of the seas, in the very essence of to be, to be, to be, to be.
Maybe there's something below deck.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep this interesting. I can deduct some recipes from this book, but this reads more like a puzzle than a recipe.
We have to set sail.
I will have to experiment with what I can learn from these rhymes. More rhymes! Why don't people just write down a recipe? 1 part this, 2 parts that, you know, heat until it blackens and then mix it up with whatever and hey presto. It's like oh no, gotta be poems.
Friending.
Fire with sharp things, add water what sea brings, earth scrolls with blossoms and air scrolls with cotton, or other soft things you'll find on the roads, combined with an essence turns paper to scrolls. Interesting. More. Creepy dead magic requires one shadow and ghoulish ingredients, skull, bone and marrow. With parchment and paper, then you can compose malevolent magic and sinister scrolls. You see, that's not a bad one. This book looks old but unread, like an afterthought that was forgotten. The author complains that wizards and warriors write about using elemental essences to create magic scrolls, to enchant arrowheads or create grenades, but how none of them ever promote potions from essences. You take note of one particularly interesting recipe that involves earth essence and is supposed to toughen your skin. You wonder what you could do with the other essences, should you find any.
Think, damn it. Where would a magister hide something?
There was one brilliant inventor who created a herb called an augmenter. But when his wife ate it, her body inflated and suffered a terrible temper. Really. It's a very well-known limerick, after which the inventor tried to change the composition of a plant so that it wouldn't enlarge people anymore. However, it did retain its amplifying capabilities. It's now often used by bartenders to dilute drinks without actually watering them down. A good brewmaster knows how to make this work with potions too. Interesting. Amadurvia is a particularly tough piece of fungus highly sought after by potion brewers. If you can manage to harvest it, the resulting concoction will grant the drink a skin as thick as Amadurvia itself. Temporarily, of course. I am slowly getting through these books. We're mostly through them now. The Guapenia is used. It used to be some of the spiciest meals in Riverland. But it also helps against resisting fire. Oh, hello. Fire resistance potion. My God, we could do with that. Holy crap.
Really?
Yes, everything is normally on fire, like second round or first round in a combat. To actually become more resistant to fire might actually really help.
I actually have some of the... In fact, I have all the ingredients for making that. And
Awesome.
stone skin and physical armor potions.
Cool. Carved from wood, bark and tree, born from fire, blazing heat, fueled by oil, dark and raw, a rune of flame from ashes draw. Okay, now we're past the proper books for recipes onto little scribbled notes. Okay, this is a furiously scribbled notes to cover parchment front and back. But the only thing I can make sense is, seems amenable, although it is undoubtedly a shock. His own father, after all. Still, I can draw no other conclusion. They are to blame, and Lucian was no less guilty. Okay, makes very little sense. This is a diary. Getting used to the Griff crowd. Last week I had a cold, and Waltz gave me half a soup ration. Said I needed to stay well. She acted like it was just so I could stand guard, but I knew better. Soup tasted like mouldy socks all the same. It may be made from mouldy socks, to be fair. But anyway, back to the diary. Faces go in and out of this place all the time. 5 new folks one day, 5 get rounded up and hauled to the fort the next. Always different faces. It's like passing portraits in a long, long hall. Well, hang on a second. A letter from Magister Locke's mother. I think that's the one we murdered horribly. Pretty much like every Magister we've ever met.
I thought that was their purpose.
I think it might be. My dear boy, we are missing you something awful today. The Durgans have taken us most generously. We live in as much comfort as we have right to expect. Little Ladya helps on the farm during the day, and I go with Mrs. Durgan to the market. Today marks a month since we lost Father. Ladya and I will have a picnic where the farmhouse used to stand. I'll be making Father's favourite mince pie and butter cookies in your honour. I feel so much safer knowing they took that sorcerer to Fort Joy. Don't think the Void Woken will bother us anymore, now she's gone. We do miss you, sweetheart. Take care of yourself, won't you? With all my love, Mother.
Yes, Clarice.
From the desk of her ladyship Dallas, right hand to Bishop Alexander, son of the divine. There will be no more excuses! How is it that you have not crushed this rebellion yet? For your own sakes, you best find and dispose of the dregs of these seekers once before you meet the same end of Atuza.
I never realised they worked for the SS.
I don't know. The South King's weapons do us no good if the seekers lay their hands on them first. Thankfully, some of you remain useful. MS has reported seeker movement to the south and east of the bridge leading out of Fort Joy. Spear them, slice them, burn them. I don't care, but see that they are gone. Some interesting ones. Oh, it's instructions for about those teleport pyramid things that I found. As requested, thorough trials. Using one pyramid teleports you to the other. The connected entities will follow whoever has initiated travel. Okay. You can use a pyramid while holding it in your hand or interacting with it while it rests on the ground. Touching a pyramid isn't sufficient to use it. One must access its other functions by another method. This is all I've discovered. Might be useful if there's some situation where only one of us can get through somewhere. Like we can keep one pyramid on one of us, one on the other, and then we can teleport through afterwards. Don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Something.
Something. Anything. Treaties on government.
There must be some way to get this ship moving.
Still blathering about getting the ship moving.
I'm just having a look around to see if there's any hint as to what he's supposed to do.
I think I might know. Tell you what, let me give my theory a try anyway. Because remember when they were talking about in the last session we had, and they were talking about how there's like songs sung by lizards?
Yes.
I'm gonna go and see if lizard song will start this off. I bet there's a peaceful way of doing this rather than actually... Well, firstly, I'm going to touch it myself.
The figurehead
In case
Oh,
something...
dear.
And it's also maybe something I know. Well, I'm going to sing the song, but I'm not a lizard. But I'm going to sing the song anyway.
The deck beneath you groans and
Oh.
trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a
Have you
slumber.
just done it?
Yeah.
A deep sigh emerges.
Oh, there we go then.
Unmistakably the sound of a living being.
It's a Durgan! The Durgan ship is alive! Cool.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas.
No?
You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master?
You know what? Yeah, I'm happy to set the ship free if it takes us to where we want to go. It's not like we want to go back or anything. Actually, I want to learn more first, though. Number 3, I think. So, exactly who or what are you?
Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
Yeah, well, I've heard from my various studies that that Livewood came only from ancestor trees of the Elven homeland, but those forests are sacred. Sorry, they were sacrificed in the wars of previous generation.
Sacrifice must be made willingly. Our home was stolen from us. Magisters destroyed our way of life to end the war they started. Then they uprooted me and they tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
I do sense great pain. The loss of rich elven life and afterlife, torn apart and scattered throughout the beams and masts of the warship.
The bow of the ship creaks downwards on the swell of the ocean. In the breeze above you, the faintest hint of what might have been a melancholy sigh.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
Well, I know what needs to be done.
The creaking of the ship beneath you
Right.
ceases, as if it were
I
awaiting
am
your
just
decision with
buying
bated breath.
stuff at the minute.
Do you want me to wait on my reply until you've finished? Because when I do this, it may very well transition us to wherever our destination is.
Yeah, let me get this done first.
So have you been actually listening to the ship? You haven't, have you? Not listening to my conversation with the dragon ship.
No, I was off exploring.
Damn it, man. Poor dragon ship. Basically, the gist of the story is elves get reborn, their spirits get reborn into trees or animals or whatever. The trees then are kind of living trees with elven souls. And then the Magisters tore down the forests and destroyed them all pretty much. She got, this one, sounds like a she, got turned into a ship, which she hates because it's this monstrosity. And she knows that her home is gone and dead. So I think I'm going to set her free as long as she takes us where we need to go first. Plus it's a dragon, soft spot for dragons, so, you know, nothing bad ever happened from helping dragon. In fact, actually, in this particular game, we helped a dragon before, dragon was cool. Let's hope that this elven spirit that looks like a dragon actually is cool as well.
Let me see if I can upgrade her. What's your wand like?
Can I even check? Oh yes, yes. I use a staff. It's 26 to 32 poison, but it gives me +2 intelligence as well, and a few other little bits.
Staff. Right, because it's a wand that's here.
Yeah, I like the staff. Mostly because it gives me extra intelligence. I've got like 24 intelligence now, including buffs and all that, obviously.
Got a very good staff at the moment, so won't mess with that. What a name. The Ring of Glory.
So the hole going through the ring would be called... You know what, never mind. So are you going to put your finger through the hole?
You just can't help it now, can you?
No. No, I can't. But can you? That's the question. Can you resist the glory of the ring?
The glory of the hole.
We're both going to hell.
Poison staff. 25 to 31.
No, mine's 1 point better, but what else does it do?
It also has the Staff of Magus ability that she uses.
Anything else?
155% critical damage, set cripple for 1 turn, 20% chance.
Yeah, mine's better. I prefer.
Thunderbolt grenade, that looks fun. Yeah, so... Right, let me equip weapon that I got for him.
The poor Durgan ship is waiting.
Yes. Right, let me head back up to where you are then. Oh, its head's turned.
Yes, it's animated. It's talking to me. It is an elven spirit that was put in a tree. The tree got turned into the figurehead of this ship, and its spirit was enslaved by Magister Magic to do as it's commanded. I have potentially the opportunity to set it free, which is basically what I'm going to do, because, you know, Durgan.
Dragon.
I am, yeah, I mean, no, because, you know, it's a living thing, and I respect all life, and it happens to also look like a dragon, even though it's not a dragon in any way. It's just a tree with an elf spirit in it that got shaped into a dragon. Anyway.
Well, if it was a wooden dragon and it breathed fire, wouldn't that be inherently bad?
Well, I mean, yes. I'm pretty sure its mouth can't even open, but it might be able to. I don't know. It is just a carved wooden dragon. It just happened to be carved from a tree that was alive. As in, you know, like magically alive with an elven spirit. Anyway, I am no slaver. I will set you free, ship, and hopefully in return you will help us.
You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready.
Cool, okay.
The ship's awake.
Yep.
Good. Is she ready to sail?
Yeah, I want to ask you a couple of questions first, Malady.
Dying to hear them.
No. No, that doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, who the hell is this Meister you want us to meet?
Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular.
Look, grab your coat.
Yeah, you didn't actually answer the question. Who is this person?
She's the founder of these seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it.
Yeah, you've yet to demonstrate your powers, Malady. We just kicked the arse of various unspeakable things. You don't scare me.
They left in the basement. I mean,
well, to be honest, it was my fault for spotting the hidden trapdoor and going down alone. I just didn't expect there to be some fucking undead scum down there.
Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do just that.
Cool, let's go then.
The sea awaits. There is much to explore.
It's quite cool how the...
The
So,
ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
okay, I'm gonna talk to her again and see if we
Well,
can go then.
A slow, toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then.
Yeah, go on then.
It most certainly is. Forward.
Right. Right.